That's coming from an animal lover, so that says something. We're in position. Now we're just going to keep still and quiet. That's the hard part. There'll be deer out. There's deer here. It's a good spot. Well, that was all but impossible to get anything on film then. I got like a deer sneaking off, but as we're sitting there, a few came in, and it was supposed to be pretty good wind this morning, like pretty solid, but it was spinning around a bit and they caught our wind, but it was iffy, like they weren't packing and out of there, they were just like something's up. So we moved, and I'm glad we did now, but we got sort of a bit of a eye on quite a decent mob, and it all happened in the space of 10 seconds, like it always does. It's like, there they are, what are we going to do? I don't know, they're seeing it, they can see us, and it was all over. That happened too quick to get on camera, but man, he came in quick, and we knew we were close, but I couldn't get the bow up in time where I was, and he was just that little bit far. So Paddy dropped him with the rifle, which is nice for Pat because he hasn't rattled a buck before. So you know what that means, don't you, Pat? That means you have to pull the bow out now because you've got one. Well done, buddy. Really good effort.
It's pretty crazy.
Crazy. Here he is down there. He's just. Alright.
That was totally unexpected.
Yeah, it is good when they come like that. Well done, Pat.
Cheers, mate.
Did well. Paddy rattled this one. I was propped on the other side with a recurve bow. But, you know, this is a good effort because we worked pretty hard for this thing, and I was just saying to Pat, we made a plan, walked into the wind, kept rattling our way into here, didn't we?
Yep.
And that's the key. Just cruised.
Good. We weren't sure if it was on or not.
No, but just over here, I should get some footage of it, shouldn't I? Just over here is a wicked rub, you know, and scrape, I should say. So we just kept going. As soon as we found a scrape, we were just on it, and
Yep.
and man, happened quick, eh?
Happened quick. Come in around around behind us.
Yeah. Actually, it would have winded us
Yeah,
if we had let it keep coming
Yep.
the way it did.
definitely.
Well done, mate. That's good. Now you got to get one with the bow, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's go get our bows. Well, I've got to go get mine.
Yeah, we'll clean this up and we'll get into it, eh? We've got a full day. Hope we can get another one. Be nice. Well, you know what it was based on? It was based on that whole thing where it says we got the Death Star plans at great cost. Remember that?
Yeah, exactly. Which is crap. They could have done it when Skywalker was training and like going through the Clone Wars, like where the actual Clone Wars, the cartoon series is, you know?
Yeah,
That's actually quite cool.
it was cool. Rebels was cool. Have you seen that one?
No, I want to watch that one actually.
Rebels
I need
is
to get that one.
get the series, man. It's good. Looking good, buddy. Oh, that does look nice. Look at that, eh? Well worth it. Good effort, bro. You're knackered.
Oh, I gotta go see the car after this one.
With Marty on this trip, and he's got the Black Wolf Turbo 300. He's pretty happy with it. He likes to be in a tent because he can stand up and get changed and do all those things. I'm rocking the little what do they call it, stretcher tent. So I'm pretty fond of these stretcher tents just for, you know, ease, get in and out, and you got a bed there. If I'm on my own. Kicking back by the fire. Pretty stoked to be here because this place is the bomb. And there's lots of nice deer all around this place. And I'm going to give them a real hard time tomorrow. I'm going to frighten the life out of lots of them. If not, skewer one. So, do you want to see what we're having for dinner? I'll show you what I do. Here's Cooking 101 camping style. Don't think so, but Danielle's hooking us up with the cryovac job. So awesome bit of fried rice there. Fried rice, and Danielle calls them dumplings. I'm sort of not convinced. Every time I think of dumplings, I think of maple syrup and a dessert, and I don't like it. But these are like those Chinese dumplings, like Kung Fu Panda dumplings on top of rice. So what I do is I don't rip them out of that bag. I've got the bags you can cook in. So I don't know what the fancy word for it, but basically the plastic won't kill me. And get the old tripod going with the camp oven, some hot water, whack the cryovac food in the boiling water, and about half an hour later you're chowing down. I've got a whole esky full of that. I'll tell you a story about cryovac doing meals this way. Danielle, myself and the kids, actually we had both the boys and one of their mates, so it was a pretty full car. We toured the high country for 3 weeks, living off this sort of stuff. So just what we did is we froze a heap of meals and we stacked them like you would a bookshelf through the, I reckon it was 60 litre little fridge, and Evercool, I think it is, Evercool fridge, pretty much similar to a Waco and so forth. And 3 weeks we just stacked it, they stayed cool, no air getting in with them, and we fed 3 boys Danielle and myself, I reckon that's a pretty good effort. But saying that, we were catching trout and smoking them on the fire, and also I knocked over a few sambar deer. But still, it's pretty good. So I would recommend that. Like, I just prep before I go. Danielle preps me before I go, I should say. And that's the result. It's pretty cool. My wife's pretty cool. Love you, Danielle. 20 years, 2 weeks ago. 20 years married. Pretty good effort, pretty good innings. Doing well. Beautiful afternoon. Got the rifle on my back. I've dropped the bow. Want to fill the freezer again tonight.
Channel again, Matt, or we'll keep going?
Hang on. Yeah, keep coming. You're right, mate. It's a funny term, fill the freezer. Anyway, you all know what we mean. I got one, as you would have seen, with the bow, and I've got a whole family staying with me, and a couple of fellas as well. 2 boys. They're late teens, or mid-teens I should say. Doesn't take long to go through the meat. I've just got a deer. Hang on a second. Looks like a older doe, which is quite fine. Fallow eats so nicely. So we've got our freezer filler. I set the camera up and they walked past the camera. I had to leave the camera and come down a little to get the shot right. So you would have heard the shot but wouldn't have seen it. That's not a bad thing. I'll get this one cut up and or at least gutted and hung in the tree so we can let the meat set overnight and get it in the eskies in the morning. Just hopped back in the car. Thought I'd just talk a little bit about what happened and use it as a tip for you. So if you're getting your young dogs, tracking on a blood trail or in a real life scenario, like it's their first time and the dog stops and indicates or points even, I would recommend that you really back the dog up and stop yourself and live in that moment for a while. I'll explain why. Because if you're training your dogs to indicate deer, as you would know, when you're hunting deer, often you'll be sitting there watching deer for an hour or more just to get the right opportunity, especially if you're a bow hunter and you want to hunt with your dog, which is possible, works really well, and I love doing it. So with your young dogs, just back them up. As soon as they point or they indicate and they hold and they start wind sending, that's a really good moment for that dog to take in that style of hunting. So just spend the time there. What I do when they're young is while they're pointing and while they're indicating, I stick with it. As soon as they break contact off whatever it is they're looking for and start losing interest, I encourage them to move forward and start the game again. Now if you've got a pointing breed, I'm not having a go at the pointing breeds, they're awesome dogs, but often they'll indicate early and hold point early and then lock their feet to the ground. So everything I just said becomes difficult, but you just need to use your common sense. Just what we're trying to do with our dogs, our young dogs, is just continue to do things that are going to happen in a real world situation. Like just a little tracking of a fox like that will do wonders for her. Next time I drop a deer with the bow and there's a dribble of blood on the ground that I can't see, that dog is going to pick it up, I can guarantee you. And it's already played the game, you know, and we've had a win. So just, yeah, I hope that helps. Probably doesn't make any sense. Maybe it does, but, you know, dogs are cool, and they are the best to have out while you're camping and hunting, and they can help you find, you know, your game when it's shot. They're not a silver bullet for shooting deer, but they're, you know, they're certainly another tool in the kit to use, and a good mate. We've got a decent mob here, just floating around, a couple of bucks with them, just popped out of nowhere, as these animals tend to do. Yeah, are they? Having a blue? Oh, here's old mate. He don't look real happy.